Life is a journey. But what happens when we reach the end of this journey? Most people fear death, considering it a definitive end. But what if I told you that, in Buddhism, death isn't an end, but rather a transition, a continuous becoming? What is rebirth really? Together we'll uncover this mystery, which will accompany us beyond the veil of existence. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll have a new perspective on life and death. Let's begin with a provocative question. Is death an end or a beginning? If you haven't yet been directly touched by death, we often expect to face it with fear. The truth is that in Buddhism, death isn't something to be feared, but part of the great web of life. It's a cycle, a continuation of consciousness. Imagine a river. Its current never stops. It flows uninterrupted, and its water is constantly changing. After physical death, our consciousness continues to flow toward a new existence, just like water flowing in the river. Each life is a unique experience, a wave in this river of existence. Let's talk about rebirth. In Buddhism, it is believed that every living being has a consciousness that knows no end. When we die, this consciousness leaves our body and incarnates in a new state of existence. It is a cycle of life, death, and rebirth called samsara. Imagine being in a large waiting room. When a person dies, their soul prepares to enter a new life, as if waiting its turn to live again. But here a question arises. What determines how and where we reincarnate? Our actions or karma are the calling cards we carry with us. If we acted with compassion, generosity, and love in life, we are likely to reincarnate in a favorable state. Conversely, if we acted with greed or violence, our new beginning may be more difficult. Karma is not a punishment, but a consequence of our actions. I invite you to reflect on this. Every choice we make matters. Think about when you help a friend. That kindness impacts not only their well-being, but yours as well. It's like sowing flower seeds. We nourish our souls with good deeds, and in future cycles, we will reap the flowers of our efforts. Now imagine you're in a jungle. There are trees, flowers, and animals. What happens if, while walking, you step on a seed? That seed has the potential to grow into a great tree, and if left neglected, it will die. This seed represents your actions. Every time we make a choice, we plant a seed in the soil of our consciousness. The water of your good deeds allows these seeds to germinate, while the fog of your negative actions can suffocate them. Now, we must consider that rebirth is not just an intellectual concept, but has to do with our daily experience. Every day, we welcome something new, a new thought, a new experience, a new encounter. Imagine waking up every morning as a new individual. Even if your body is the same, the person you were yesterday is not exactly the same person you are today. Every day, we have the opportunity to renew ourselves, to consciously choose how we want to live. Another key concept is non-attachment. We live in a society that pushes us to invest everything in material ties and relationships, but Buddhism teaches us that attachment can cause suffering. True freedom lies in letting go. Imagine a balloon. If you let go, it flies into the sky, but if you squeeze it, it can slip out of your grasp. Similarly, our attachment to things and people can bring us pain, while detachment offers us the opportunity to live a lighter, more serene life. This is an important reflection. How can we prepare for death and rebirth? Meditation is a fundamental practice in Buddhism. Meditation means getting in touch with our true nature, exploring our deepest self. Let's take a moment to visualize. Close your eyes and breathe. Imagine sitting on a mountain, observing life below. You see people living, loving, suffering, and rejoicing. This is life in all its facets. Focus on your breathing. Every time you breathe, remember that you are alive, that every breath represents an opportunity. Every beginning is a rebirth. Open your eyes. This is a journey, a cycle of experiences. We shouldn't fear death, but embrace it as part of this game of existence. For those wondering, what happens after death? The truth is that there's no universal answer. Each of us goes through different experiences. But one thing is certain, we can always work on our karma and strive to live a life filled with meaning and love. Death may seem scary, but we can choose to see it as an opportunity to continue our journey. It's crucial to remember that rebirth isn't just about physical life. Our ideas and dreams can also be reborn. Every time we have a new insight or enlightenment, it's as if we're living in a cycle of mental and spiritual rebirth. This pushes us to evolve and grow as human beings. Now let's reflect on something essential: interconnectedness. We are all part of a great tapestry of life. Our actions influence others, and their actions influence us. Think about how a simple act of kindness can create a ripple effect. A person who receives kindness is more likely to do good for another, and so on. It's a never-ending cycle. Finally, I want to encourage you to see rebirth, not just as a concept related to death, but as an invitation to live fully. Every day can be an opportunity for growth and transformation. Ask yourself, how can I contribute to the good of my community and the world? Through your daily actions, you are already planting seeds of rebirth. Before concluding, I invite you to reflect on a critical aspect. Life and death are like two sides of the same coin. We cannot have one without the other. Understanding rebirth means embracing death as a natural part of life. It is not an end, but a transition, a transformation. If you're passionate about stories like this and don't want to miss the next secrets we'll reveal, be sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss anything. Now, as we near the end, take a moment to reflect. Think about how you can apply these concepts to your life. Every small step matters. Every act of love is a seed planted in the vast garden of consciousness. Dedicating a moment to meditation, reflection, or even just a good deed can make a difference in the cycle of rebirth. I hope this reflection on Buddhist rebirth has given you new perspectives and invited you to see death not as an ending, but as a new beginning. Life is an adventure, full of opportunities to learn and grow. Let the thought of rebirth accompany you every day. Be present, be grateful for every moment, and don't forget that every choice matters. Rebirth is here, in your hands, in every action you choose to take. Follow your path with love and awareness.